Hi guys, I'm Daddy Freeze, convener of the Free the Sheeple movement and leader of the Free Nation in Christ. I greet you and I bring glad tidings. Jejena de my house. Now they begin tag me. This thing started a while ago. I just they mind my business for my house. They begin tag me inside waiting not concern me, blah 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 blah. You know, but I'm going to try to stay away from the controversies and deal with the facts. So let us work with the facts. So many people have been sending me messages. They say I'm not be una they send me the messages. Oh, Daddy Freeze, you know go talk about your friend. Oh, Daddy Freeze, you know go talk about your friend. Okay, someone said I should add a comma. The reason why I'm bringing Pastor Toby into this is because let's not hide under shadows. His name is being mentioned everywhere. Una know they see him. Then the latest one now the one where they circulate say DNA of children. As in, how do we get here? Anyway, before I continue my live, let me greet my sponsors first. Buy direct from USA.com. Check it out wherever you're watching in any part of the world. If you need to get anything from the US to Nigeria, use buy direct from USA.com. Clothes, shoes, accessories, phones, face caps, watches, watch parts, electronics, TVs, anything you need from the US delivered straight to your doorstep in Nigeria. Buy direct from USA.com. Write it. Buy direct from USA.com. Type it in your browser and you can shop from your house in Nigeria in the USA and get everything delivered to your house in Nigeria. To go America these days don't cost, ticket don't cost. So buy direct from USA.com. Sort that out from your house in Nigeria. You don't need to go to America to shop. It will be brought in to your house. Thank you very much. Once again, go to your browser right now. Do this. Buy direct from USA.com. If you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen. We need to get more people in here. Double click the screen. Tap, 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 double click the screen. Let's get more people in here. If you're watching on Facebook, share that video now. Share that video now. Share that video now. If you're watching on YouTube, share that video right now. Share that video. If you're watching on YouTube, share the video. I'm only going to be reading comments on YouTube that have super chats, super stickers, and super likes. How do you get super chats, super stickers, and super likes? Bottom right hand corner on YouTube. Right there where you type your message, you see a rectangle with a dollar sign in the middle. Click on it and you'll be able to buy super chats, super stickers, and super likes. On Facebook, I'll only be reading comments that have 1,000 stars and above. How do you buy my stars? Go to my Facebook page, Daddy Freeze, DADDYFREEZE. Click on the page, click on today's topic. You see the live icon. Scroll down, bottom left hand corner. On YouTube is bottom right hand corner. On Facebook is the bottom left hand corner. You will see how to buy my stars. On TikTok, it's so easy. Double click the screen and pop those money guns. Big shout out to my number one gifter today on YouTube as I begin my story. Don't forget, buy direct from USA.com. Anything you need from the US delivered to your home in Nigeria. Type it out in your browser. Buy direct from USA.com. Yes. So, time for us to deal with the issue at hand. Yesterday, I don't know the source of that particular post, but we can't pretend we didn't see it on social media. You understand? When I saw it, I was pretty infuriated because I don't understand what business this has on social media. And a lot of people have been sharing it. Tragic story. Nigerian forward KAYODE reportedly loses millions worth of assets as DNA test reveals he is not the biological father of all three children with his wife. How do you lose assets before DNA? Because DNA, did they marry this guy as a wife? It's a question me I just want to ask, because this is what the story literally read. It looks like this. It says, tragic story, Nigerian forward KAYODE Olanrewaju reportedly loses millions worth of assets as DNA test reveals he is not the biological father of all the three children with his wife. Now, I don't know where they got this story from, but we cannot pretend we didn't see it on the social media. I am not saying he released it. You know, everybody is trying to be desperate on YouTube now. Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, everyone is a content creator. So I don't know where this story came from, and if he indeed said this, then I'm a bit worried. So the estranged wife came out today and released her statement. And let me read her statement to you all. You can find it on most of the blogs. And I have a copy of it here. It was sent to me too. First of all, the estranged wife, Dora KAYODE, says, Olanrewaju Abayomi KAYODE, my silence is enough. Don't ever drag my kids into your web of lies. I urge you to provide the results of the DNA to the public as the hospital it was conducted, as we are willing to give you the DNA. You traumatized my kids by detaining us in DSS custody. Now, DNA, what a great father you are. So, from my understanding of things, this Dora KAYODE no be Wumio. This one do DNA. She said, let's do the DNA. Someone said, did you listen to the voice note? I listened to the voice note and there was nothing there. There was nothing there. I don't want to put my mouth in the voice note because then you are asking me for my opinion on something that you will twist. And those of you saying she cheated, please, can we have evidence? Does that voice note sound like cheating to you? Anyway, like I said, I'm not commenting on the voice note. I'm not commenting on it. Someone said the statement no clear. You see, the problem with all this is, let's ignore her statement, let's ignore his statement, let's go and do DNA. Let's start with DNA. Can we go and do this DNA? DNA. Temi Eke says, oh, you have opinions in everyone's matter. Is it my fault that your father is daft? Tell me, Moniki Baba a gun. Also, any Temi. Tieni kini. Olori buruku. Ó rí bó ṣe dàbí ìgbẹ́ pẹ́pẹ́yẹ. Kó tó ṣe gimú bíi pákó mọ́là. Ó wá sórí live mi. Òun fi fádà ẹ rẹ́rìn kò ní dá fún ẹ. Já kúrò lórí live mi ló ṣì gba rapture dànù òṣì. You think I'm here to joke with you? Please, if you don't want to use your sense, I will help you use it. The story is, let's hold the story one by one. There's a story saying the DNA no match. The woman say, oh yeah, make we do DNA. Let's start by doing DNA. I be waiting. I talk no make sense. Let us also start by doing DNA. This is not Wumi. The woman is not waiting for injunction to come and be pasted on her gate. The woman wants to do DNA. Where's the problem there? And you see, yeah, I don't want to. Hey, quiety. I don't want to talk about, like I've said, if you noticed, it will be hypocritical of you. I'm trying to pick my words to say that you don't know that Daddy Freeze is close to Pastor Toby. At least that Daddy Freeze and Pastor Toby talk and talk well. If nothing, if no other closeness is there, at least you cannot hide. I'm one of the few people that Pastor Toby will put on his birthday, on my birthday, will put me on his page. So I cannot say that we've not all been hearing these rumors. We've not, and a lot of people are saying that if it's another person's own, you will talk. Why are you not talking? I've been ignoring these comments, and especially since at a point my name was, they were trying to stylishly drag my name into it. So I was like, you know what? Let me just keep quiet. Anything anybody wants to say, they will say. But there's something I want to say, and I've been there before. When a marriage is breaking down, it's like somebody inside quicksand. They'll be groping at everything, trying to hold on to everything to stay afloat. The next thing you start hearing is, this person is sleeping with my wife, this person, sorry, oh. Hey, quiety. I can't put on my light, so now go manage them. Say, I think I have another phone here. Let me just bring this on. Don't worry, the lights will come down now. No need for me to even on phone. So, and all of you jumping around, typing nonsense in the comment sections, it's your work. If you had work, you will. Somebody said, "Never still they do you. Let me just rapture that person. You're an idiot. No need for me to have any conversation with you. Please talk nonsense. Make I first drag you, then block you, then rapture your papa come out this live." So let us talk about this thing. This is very important. Once a man and a woman get problem, the only person for this life where I see for this whole life where they divorce, where till today nobody know wetin happen, na Basket Mouth and Elsie. The two of them just kept quiet about it, and that has earned Basket Mouth so much respect in and out of the industry. Same thing with Elsie. You don't know wetin happen. You don't know wetin they cook, where kitchen take burn. Monton say till if you jo, abi, not be so Yoruba people they talk am. But you see, in the average Nigerian marriage, once marriage begins spoil, everybody go begin blame everybody else. You know this thing I'm telling you. Everybody go begin blame everybody else. She cheated, she this, she did that. Before you know it, story will be everywhere. I've been through that marriage route before, and it's a mudslinging contest. Unless the couple is mature enough to handle it in such a way that it does not turn into a smear campaign, Most Nigerian marriages. I was with a friend of mine who just recently is going through his own. I was like, don't talk. Don't say anything. No matter what the temptation, no matter what their camp is releasing, don't say anything. Because anything you say will be used against you. And of all, I know men who will cheat, men who are like Bobrisky and into Bobrisky, but we be saying their wife was the one that cheated. So we need to start using our sense. We need to start using our sense. Marriage broke up, everybody's saying their own side of the story. My only problem is, why drag the kids into it? Like, I need to hear from KAYODE himself, because I don't think KAYODE would dare release this kind of, say, no be him get children. I don't know they dare, but it sounds a bit funny, unless you are 100% certain that the kids are not yours, because that will now throw a spanner into the works of your custody battle. So which children are, if the children are not yours, then there's no custody battle. Let me tell you something in this life that people don't understand about the law in Nigeria. Nobody can be jailed for adultery. Not that I'm supporting or condoning it. If they find you guilty of adultery, there is no sentence. It might help the other party establish their case in divorce, if you understand what I'm saying. But there is no sentence. They cannot catch you and say, oh, this person committed adultery is going to 5 years imprisonment or 6 months imprisonment or 3 years imprisonment. It's not a crime because it has no punishment, directly or indirectly. So, coming, when you go on a smear campaign now in a divorce or battle, help me get ice and my big glass. So in a divorce battle, where is the glass that you want to go and get? That big one. Okay. So in a divorce battle, what are you fighting for? You are fighting for property, custody, and then annulment, or what do they call it? Dissolution. Three main things you are fighting for: dissolution, custody, and property. So if you say the children are not yours, that removes the children from the custody battle, from my understanding, Abi. Yeah, because you are no longer going to fight for children that you say are not yours. I'm not saying he said you are, I'm just reading what the public has to say about that. What is it called, that was shared publicly. Those are my thoughts on that. The wife said something else. That's the estranged wife, Dora, said something else. She said, honestly, I am so tired of this man's nonsense, and it has to stop now. I know he was not mentally stable when he pulled out a knife on me some months ago, but to go as far as ruining the lives of innocent kids is way too far. KAYODE, I didn't think you would go that low. I've kept quiet on all the rumors you have been spreading because they are baseless, childish, and false. But you include, but you include innocent children? No. Now I must speak. I have never sold any of my properties or cars and given the proceeds to any pastor, bishop, or imam in this world. In fact, all the rumors this mentally disturbed young man KAYODE is sharing online are all false. The last couple of years in this marriage have been hell on earth. I am so drained, in pain, and I just honestly pray that this ordeal is all over soon. I do not wish this kind of abuse and oppression on any woman anywhere in the world. If your story is similar to mine, run away from that man. Leave that marriage. You are not stuck. And I pray that God will heal you and send helpers your way like he has to me. Omoga. Oh God. So let's come down. Give me my Coke Zero. Let's come down to this particular matter. If they don't, they pull themselves knife. I'm not taking anybody's side though. If they pull their self knife, they don't reach stage where they show their self knife. How do you now say somebody is the one that is destroying that marriage? You see, I've done too many divorce cases. Too many. If your wife is happy in your house, from my understanding, she no go comot. Somebody said I'm siding woman. Siding woman how? You see, the reason why, if you watch my interview with, I was watching my interview with Nabila, that's Orishafemi's ex, and I had to post it again afresh. You can see it on my Facebook page and on my YouTube page. YouTube is going to come up in about an hour or two. Women go through a lot in marriages, and it is a stigma to leave your marriage. Someone said, Daddy Freeze, this guy can't be lying. Okay, can we do a DNA test for the children? Can we do a DNA test for the children? In fact, I dey pick my words because this thing dey vex me. Oh. I need your day here. Look at this Olosho telling me to fem. I just rapture am down. You see, my problem with you people is many of you have never been in a bad marriage before. Me, as far as I'm concerned, nothing, when marriage is bad, everybody goes their own way. No need to start dragging children inside. No need to start smear campaign. Somebody say, but Daddy Freeze, you also dragged your ex. Because she dragged me first. My ex don't begin to drag me before I respond. I don't even want to talk about that. She don't, they drag me, they talk all waiting she won't talk. Long before I started responding. So when you have a bad marriage, and that's what this Dora woman is saying here, come out, no need to, okay. Woman, you say the woman, they step out of the marriage. If the woman was happy, I'm not saying the woman stepped out, oh, will she be stepping out? Why am I not stepping out on taste buds? Why is taste buds not stepping out on me? So I don't go talk anything because at the end of the day, una don't make up una mind. Una don't judge etepa etikun. Etepa etikun. Una don't believe waiting una won't believe. But the woman has said she's ready to do DNA at this week. What are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? Let's go and do the DNA. You cannot force people to be for better, for worse. When, you know, the funny thing is, I don't want to talk too much because I don't know the basis of this story. So I'm just reading what this one said online, this one said online. You understand? One thing I would always tell you is, because I remember someone was telling a man that you came to my, I was watching some proceedings one day, and the man was telling the other guy, say, you came to my house and stole my wife. And my question is, what are you handicapped? Show lower, show lessen. Person enter your house, come thief your wife, you did there, they look like Golugo. What did you do? And sometimes it's not just the man or the woman, it's the two of them. They are just not compatible. So, of course, PT will not date. Someone is saying she's dating PT. As in jokes. Like I said, I'm not PT spokesperson. But personally, I don't think PT was dating her. Let me put it that way. I can only offer my opinion. I don't think PT was dating her. I don't think there's even a possibility. I don't think. My opinion. I don't think there's even a possibility of it. Unless no be PT where I know. But I am being very cautious with my words because they will quote me on it. Someone said all my male friends recently did secret DNA on their children. So who deliver soup? They carry soup, come meet me, make I chop. I don't know why I still did this live. Say they know they think. Make another person come talk, Jerry. Person will get sense. I'm going to pick the people I'm bringing here very, very carefully. And if you talk anything, I will just come out to you. Make I look for a person where. Someone said, DF, you can't be certain. Can you be certain that your mother did not cheat on your father? All of you here, can you be certain? But you can, knowing your mother's character, you can make some assertions. Come in. Yes. Ask Kamara to give it to you. So, make I mix my drink and bring somebody here. Pick you. No, I'm not going to pick people that have opinions. I'll be scattering everywhere. It's a very sensitive subject. God bless you. But me, I can say that from the little experience I have of PT is surrounded by some of the most beautiful women in. You go PT page. Say the problem when I get say when I never hang out with PT before. As far as I'm concerned, I don't think this could have happened. As in possibility for me, zero, not even 1%, zero. As in, hey. Bookie shorted, don't go PT house before. We are talking about cream young London babes, and PT know they touch them. Dora is a beautiful woman, but a married woman. They are beautiful, single, young women that hang around PT, drive PT. PT moves with an entourage of like 10 people anywhere it's going. To even see PT catch alone, even me, I don't think say me and PT don't ever day one-on-one before. One of him people go to, even if they day restaurant, if he's here, other people feel just day on loose table. Then when he get up, say one move, now you go see the amount of people who follow and come that restaurant. I've never gone out, say me and PT, we drive motor, two of us, we go somewhere. It has never happened before. Someone said, don't trust anybody. Of course, you cannot trust anybody. But I'm talking about my experience. Someone say, you don't know anybody but yourself. 100%. That's why I'm saying my opinion. You want me to say, so okay, now imagine, say, person, hold on. Let's imagine, say, this person are your brother or your papa, where you know. Then person come out, say, your papa thief 1 billion naira, hide them inside Sokewe. You don't know your papa. I'm not saying it's not possible that somebody fit thief the 1 billion hide them for Sokewe true. But at least you go know the kind of waka where your papa the waka. I don't know how to say it. Pop my money gun, Jare. I don't know how to say it that. Let me bring Mrs. Linda. I know say Miss Linda gets sense. Miss Linda, they among the few people who get sense. Even myself, I don't know 100%. But that's the reason why I also try to always make sure taste buds are around. You will not see me hanging out in a closed place with a woman. I can hang out in an open place with a woman. But that woman has to be. Hello, my darling sister.
I don't feel still. I'm actually out.
Yeah,
I'm leaving the house right now. So bring Tolu. Tolu is there.
Let me bring Tolu. Tolu has sense.
He has sense.
This is a forget pepper. Sweet. Tolu honeycomb. Come on. Bye. Even me, if nobody say I get the grace of God. The kind cream fine girls who they follow PT for London. Your body go gentle.
Linda, oh my God, Linda must stay. Where did she go?
She don't run leave you. Now me and you today on light. So let me hear you.
I don't. What?
Just make I bring you new.
When people are fighting, everybody is fair game. And I think when you mention big names, it brings more attention to the case. You understand? So mentioning let me see. Mentioning what's his name, PT, or dragging big people into the whole situation, it brings credibility or brings more attention. The blogs, everybody, since PT is involved, it makes more noise. And since he's a married man and she's married, so I think it's just two people fighting and trying.
Have you ever done jury duty before?
Sorry?
Jury duty. Like being a juror in America.
I've been invited, no.
Okay, you've never gone.
Invited, no.
When you are doing jury, what you are doing is you are not there. They present evidence to you. And they try to paint a picture of what happened. And based on that, you make judgment. I've seen all the evidence released on all the blogs. That evidence to me does not look like somebody sleeping with somebody. Some people can be.
Okay.
Some people can be. It's like if me and Ada Blessing private chat. Or me and Remy private chat. If it can be they can cut out the beginning, cut out the middle, and just present it, and it will look funny. I was watching one that there are some people I'm quite close to in the Free Nation. You understand? For me, evidence is last night was wonderful. I took you to heaven and back. That's what me I know as evidence. And there was another pastor who had a scandal who I was talking to. Not the one you guys know. And said, Daddy Freeze, I'm very free with my church women. That is why they can have these things that will make it look like And the guy swore to me, said, Daddy Freeze, I can tell you, I've been with this one and this one, but this particular woman, I never near her before for my life. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
Or what are your thoughts? Let me not just be the one talking.
I can't say, I don't know Pastor Toby personally, or, the woman in question. So I cannot say that, nothing happened. But I know that, the man is hurt, and he's, and maybe his wife hangs out with Pastor Toby, or she attends Pastor Toby's church. And a lot of cases, separation cases, when there's, the pastor, more often than not, the woman's pastor gets dragged in, because the woman would confide in her pastor. So the man would feel like maybe it's the woman's pastor's advice that she's taking, or, So if she attends Pastor Toby's church, I can see how the husband would.
Now let me tell you something, yeah. Once two people are fighting, they become paranoid of everybody around the person they are fighting. Like me and you start fighting now, and I see you talking to Sugar Destiny. How come they paranoid for Sugar Destiny? I'm not saying.
And you think we're talking about you?
Yes.
Exactly.
So that's just it. I'm picking my words because I have to be careful, because I'm going to be quoted, and they want to quote me.
So they say I'm very diplomatic on it. It's because I don't know the parties involved, and it's not like there's not enough evidence on circulating on social media to make.
Naomi Davis said, "I am a biased person." How am I biased? Naomi Davis, Olori Bruku. How am I biased? So I should say Pastor Toby is sleeping with her, when I know Pastor Toby, I've hung out with him in the UK, and I see how he moves, and I see the kind of people he moves. It's like Tolu, you know the kind of watches I wear. Imagine somebody says, Daddy Free stole a G-Shock, and they now see me leaving the shop, that same shop, with a parcel. You know me, say I know they wear G-Shock. Do you understand what I'm telling you? You know, at least you know that. So why should I don't know.
Right. And as people can, just like as you said, like if it's in a court of law, there will be character witnesses.
I'm blocking all the people saying I'm biased. I don't have time for you. Just Koshi down.
That phrase. I said if we were in a court.
Someone said you can't vouch for Pastor Toby, can you? In this matter, to a large extent, I think I can.
There's nothing on my mind. That phrase. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I said, like, if we were in court, there will be character witnesses.
Yes, now.
Person's character. So basically, that's what Daddy Freeze is doing here. Since he knows him personally and he's speaking to his character.
I'm speaking to his character. That is it. That is it. Someone is saying, add me to this. Start your own by yourself.
And everybody's calling Daddy Freeze. Daddy Freeze is not your friend. Your friend do it. Your friend do it. Basically, what you're asking is, because there's no how Daddy Freeze can 100% say no. Because
God bless you.
So what you're asking is for him to speak on his character and say,
simple.
Kind of person.
Am I with Pastor Toby 24 hours? No. But do I know his character to an extent? There are things that you call me about PT, and I'll call you and say, PT, why you do this kind of thing? Say, he doesn't need to tell me. Baba, why? Because I can, to an extent, speak on his character. Just like I can speak on Simply Vic's character. If somebody calls me now and says, That your friend, Simply Vic. If they sleep with person wife, I don't go even entertain them. But if you tell me, say, Simply Vic, he like to they look like fine boy. Simply Vic, where I know, his image has to be perfect. He has to look right. His shirt has to look right. Simply Vic go sit down with you. They tell you how they're doing glasses for him, especially 1,200 pounds. This one, 3,000 pounds. I know saying that Simply Vic. I would just call and say, Victor, you don't go look for trouble again. Wait till you go do. But you get the waiting, you go tell me. Same thing about Ada. Same thing about people that I can consider myself close to.
Exactly. Like, for instance, I think most people in this life would know. If someone says, oh, they saw Ada, jogging at night at one place, we would more than likely think it's true because we've heard on more than one occasion that she's working out at night. So we would believe it. That's an informed, this
100%. 100%. So the only thing I can speak on is what I am privy to. Ada blessing. I want to get your mouth.
Good evening. Sorry, do you know I've been sitting here since prayer meeting till now?
What happened?
I have an exam. That's it I told you.
Oh shit. Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's okay. Let me see if I can.
How are preparations going?
I'm stressed. Since prayer meeting, I've not stood up. Brightness increase. Okay, a lot better.
Now I know like
Hi,
good.
Sister Lu.
Hi, Ada.
So everybody is calling me into this conversation. Now, you don't know Ada the way I know Ada. There are even some intimate things that Ada and I have spoken about. There are things you will say about Ada, even if all the evidence is looking like it's true. But because I have an intimate knowledge of Ada, I would, despite evidence, and I swear to you, what I saw in my opinion about PT, I don't see it as evidence. I just see it as a pastor who is close to his church member. The way I'm close to Ada, the way I'm close to Samaria, the way I'm close to Remy, the way I'm close to Vidoma, the way I'm close to... I'm looking for someone that... As in, I have church members who will call me. One day, a church, Free Nation church member called me and told me about her escapades with her man. She needed somebody to talk to, and she called me. And at the point, I said, come, can you tell your RCCG pastor this thing you are telling me? Because at the point, even I was like, oh, this is a lot of information. Said, Daddy, please, you are my pastor, that's all I will tell you. And I said, okay, at the end of the day, it's good you are telling me so that I also have a perspective from this other side. Let me tell you, people have suspected me of sleeping with people I've never met before in my life. Because of Free Nation, now woman, we have a lot of men, but women are always at the forefront. Ada, they say they sleep with Ada. The first time I met Remy in my life, was last year, November. We had a church meeting and then we proceeded to dinner. Me and Remy were not alone together for 15 minutes. What is 15 minutes? For 5 minutes alone. Even outside. But people have said, oh, Daddy Freeze is sleeping with. Do you understand what I'm saying? So women can be very close to their pastors. I'm not, how do I put it? I'm not speaking on behalf of anybody or standing as legal counsel for anybody. But it is something I know. It is something I know. Now, I don't expect you to be able to, I don't expect a random person who comes to Daddy Freeze live to watch me live to be able to speak on Daddy Freeze the way Ada will speak on me, for instance. Ada has come to my house before. Ada has entered my car before. Ada has entered all my cars before. Do you understand? Ada has called me to speak one-on-one before. Ada has cried to me before. I have called Ada to tell Ada my personal problem. What do you think about this one? So Ada will always have a different perspective. No matter, there are times when they will say, "Oh, Daddy Freeze collected money." I'll put this to Ada. Ada was one of the first people that knew I was charging money to bring people to my life. Nobody believed her. Do you know that somebody was arguing with Ada? Who is Daddy Freeze that somebody is paying 1.5 million? Am I lying, Ada? Am I lying? Ada knew. And guess what? She saw receipts. There are times where I have conversations. I'll send her receipts. I'll send her bank balance. I'll send her SMS confirmation. So when somebody else is saying is a lie outside, Ada has seen receipts. Do you understand what I'm saying? So Ada and that person, no matter how bad the situation looks, Ada is not going to be tilted the way a random person is tilted by what is it called? By virtue of the privy access she has to me. Now, I don't blame people outside who don't have that access. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't have that access. Sorry, I have a type of access that most people don't have. And a lot of people who have that access don't have a platform to speak. So when you now come and meet me and come and tell me this thing, what would you want me to come and say? Oh, because everybody is saying he did it, I should join him and say he did it. What is it that you want? For who? Leave it. I'll give it later. Leave it. I'm in the middle of something. Do you understand what I'm saying? No matter how bad or good a situation looks, if you have access or more access, I might not have access to. I've entered Peter's bedroom before, but I'm not there with him in his bedroom. But compared to Ada, for instance, Ada has never even entered his house before, let alone his bedroom. So I should have a perspective that is built on my own. I can never tell you 100% this guy did or this guy didn't. But looking at PT, looking at the character, looking at the things around him, looking at what I've been privileged to see, I don't think he did anything. I don't think there's anything going on apart from regular church member, pastor relationship. But that's my opinion. But it's an opinion that carries weight. I've sat down alone in a car with PT and people are driving behind us. I've sat down with eating together. PT has eaten out of my food. I've eaten out of his food. Of course, there are always other people there. So you cannot expect me to read something on the newspaper like you are reading it on the newspaper and then jump into the same conclusion that you are jumping in. I'm not mad now. It's like telling me something about my mother that I have access to. Do you understand? Do you understand what I'm saying?
All right.
Even if there is a voice note saying, "Oh, yesterday was amazing, blah, 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 blah." Guess what? Me knowing PT, I can still have a different opinion because of access. Do you know there are many things people have told me about Ada? There are many things people have told me about Ebiere. But because I have access to her, I will see things differently. You are online consumers. What you people consume now, we they create them. A creator is always going to have access to the back end that a consumer will not. The best, let me tell you, even if you are a member of Pastor Toby's church, the best access you will have, you have congregation to pastor access. Look at this idiot saying biased person. I think these people are just dense. But rapture, Danujari. Let me just rapture the right person. It says Jomeli cleaning. Now that cleaning work you go do to you buy afofuro. Jordan Lori live. Someone said Daddy Freeze, that's not a church, really. So this nonsense you have in Nigeria is what you call church. Please, anything you want to say, that's your business, your opinion. I want to bring somebody else.
Okay. I can go. Can I leave?
No. It's me and you today. It's me and you. All of you are afraid. You want to run and leave only me.
Hi, Daddy Freeze.
Agogo Mena. Oh yeah, let me hear you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hi, Ada.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Agogo, we are listening to you. Hey.
Oh, okay. So,
see goat leg with the serve
kind
me
of
or Emma Gamin to your long.
This kind of story, yes, it's very sensitive. And like what Tolu said, I was thinking towards that direction also. Like, the guy is angry, which is the ex-husband, the KAYODE man, is angry and he just wants to get at the wife. So he needs to do anything to make sure, because apparently the woman has been quiet all this while, which is hurting him. You know how they say silence when you keep quiet for a fool, it hurts them really, really bad. So I think that thing is actually hurting the man. So that's why the man just keeps bringing out all these stories. Me, I can't vouch for either Pastor Toby or either the wife because I don't know them personally.
Mm-hmm.
But so far, I just feel that man is just a paid ex-husband or soon to be, if they not finalize their divorce. I just feel that's what is happening. And the woman has even said, okay, where did you do your DNA to further prove that I didn't do anything with this person, or these kids are not for this person you're saying. And I don't think he has said any other thing then to say, okay, let's go and do a DNA again. He's now kind of quiet, right? Because the woman has spoken, which is what he's been wanting to do. He's been wanting to bring the woman out so that she would speak. So I don't know why they are taking this thing serious, because for me, I'm not taking this serious. I'm not taking this serious. That's just my opinion on this.
God bless you, Agogo. Tolu, since you want to leave, let me bring Bill.
Okay.
Let's hear a man's perspective on this. Tolu is so happy. Say she feel wrong, come out. Ada said they don't know waiting to talk. Ada will be
because the matter no is like it just looks so serious, you know.
It's serious to Nigerians, so looking for who to roast.
Yeah, so I'm even surprised that people are sending you the video to make a comment, and because it's just obvious that I don't know, it's my opinion too, that the guy is just hot. Yes, he's hot, and he just wants to get back at his wife. So, and he's not thinking well, because him bringing the kids in, he's not thinking well. He's just somebody that is pained.
DF, how you doing, man?
I'm good, Bill. Go ahead.
Good afternoon. Thank you. So first of all, two things. First, in my opinion, what Jeff is doing is normal. Once we are friends, we are there for each other, and I don't see anything wrong with what DF is doing. Okay, because if you call somebody your friend, you should know them to an extent. Okay, so there would be a level of trust you should vouch for the person, right?
Yeah.
So I cannot call you my friend if you don't have some level of, trust for me. So with that being said, I want to establish that first. But let's go to the core of the matter. This have been lingering on for a while. I've personally not discussed this with DF before, but I saw videos, voice messages, and all that kind of stuff online. So now, here's the thing. I am not, if DF is more interested in his friends, for instance, DNA has no relevance to Pastor Toby. The reason is this. Regardless what the DNA result would be, let's just concede and say, okay, even if, we are not saying that's the case, even if the kids or one of the child is not that of the footballer, that does not mean that is that of TB. So the DNA matter is a separate issue that can be treated separately. So I want to focus on TB's issue. I believe there's something for PT to learn, okay? We are all human beings, we all learn every day. So what I want Pastor TB to learn or know, he already know, and every other pastor or popular person, even that he frees yourself to know is this. Like me too, I have women that are married that are my friends, okay? Your communication level with a married woman can never be the same as that of a single girl, okay? You see this Ada you are dealing with today as a daughter. When Ada get married tomorrow, no matter how you are going to play it around, no matter the man that Ada gets married to, even if you like, introduce that man to Ada, it will come to a point where you are supposed to accept some facts, knowing and drawing that line.
The day Ada we marry, I will cry.
You will no longer be pressing Ada, come by 2 a.m., come to live session. It's not going to work. Even if the man is claiming, I know he's not daddy freeze, it's in the nature of men to be possessive, jealous of their wives. Okay? So it's normal thing. Okay? That is basic. Now, with that being said, in my heart, I don't have the facts, but let me be blunt. In my own expression, act, when I heard this thing, and what the spirit, my heart tells me is that PT really does not have anything serious with this woman. Okay? However, there is a relationship that Pastor T have with this woman that this man have seen in the past. Do you understand me? That is making him to believe that if there was anything the woman was doing or is doing, it will position Pastor TB as number one suspect. That is the truth. See, I don't think PT would be the only man that this woman has as friends or people that she communicates with. I don't think so. It's based on the relationship that she has with this pastor. For instance, a man might go and pull your wife's call log and find out that the wife calls this particular man even more than him, the husband. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And that could be a ground for accusation. I'm not saying it's good. Sometimes it's not even the pastor's fault. But as a man of God and as a person of repute, you would advise these people, this is not a good time. I can't do this. I can't do that. You must control women. That is just what I'm trying to say. Okay? Because as a man, we all know that once you suspect or you are establishing a case of infidelity or in your marriage, the number one suspect will always be whom that wife is sharing things with. Okay, if you are that pastor that I hear something about you from your wife, and you have the same level of communication with that man, the man is never going to suspect you. Trust me. So that's why some pastors, they make it as priority to always reach out to the man too as well. So if You call me today and you tell me about your husband, this and that, this and that. I'm going to ask you. I'm going to still call him. I will still speak with him. But if you are listening to just one side and the other person knows you are doing this, so that is one. Then two, there are also, TB is blessed, at least from what we see on social media. I don't know anything about his finances, but I know that he's blessed financially, right? So I don't want to even believe that maybe there were some financial gains that he was gaining from this woman, which the man also accused him of. That is the truth. So DNA is one part, financial is another part. So look at all this. The chain is so much. Okay, as a man of God or as somebody that is doing well, people will come close to you. Married women will come. They will even call you all times. You don't allow it to get into you. Do you understand? So, Daddy Freeze, I know you are just waiting to listen to my own opinion. So, that is just what I have to say here. And I will just round up by telling you this, dear. Please, in terms of treating this matter, I know you've been ignoring for a while. Yeah, I can tell. We all know that. In fact, this morning when you made a post, I know US time this morning anyway, I saw where people were writing, dear, if you don't want to talk of this matter, maybe that was what prompts you to speak now. So you would decide how you want to speak on this matter. If you want to speak on this matter in terms of treating it overall, let us treat it overall. If you are speaking on this matter because you have been fed that, there's this thing going around about my friend, I'm worried, this is not how my friend is, this is how I know my friend, yes, that is in fact, it's a foolish friend. In fact, if you even tell me now that you don't trust Pastor Toby, myself, where they be your friends, I will say, no, you can't be my friend. It's the truth. So friends are to stand for each other. So you are doing the right thing, but please just know your limitation, because sometimes you sort it too person now,
I get you.
Pastor Toby, it's a lovable guy, I know there are people who just naturally did not like him before now on social media, even with or without this. And when people don't like you naturally, if anything happened, it's just like an opportunity for everybody to be throwing stone at you. Do you understand me?
Yeah, I get you totally.
And in Nigeria or in our community, the social community, especially somebody that is progressing, jealousy, envy, whatever. I'm not saying whether it's perfect or not, but for people like us, we pray for him. We like him very well. I like his style. He's a very beautiful young, not young, he might even be senior to me. I don't know his age. He's a very beautiful man. He's doing very well for himself. But just talk to him. Make sure one-on-one, you ask him, have you learned something from this? I saw a video recently. Was Iyabo Ojo, I don't want to mention somebody's name. One of these social media persons went to the UK to visit Pastor TB. It might be women conference, but as she was just there, when the camera went around, there were up to 15 women in that suit. No one man. I'm telling you this. This was recently, I saw that video. I don't keep those things. So I was like, And in the comment section, somebody wrote, hey, now wow, see women everywhere. In my mind, I just say, this might be women conference or something like that. So as a man of God or something, you need to watch your back, because if they inside that room with 15 women, not like there's anything bad. Carry 2 men, say stand here as weakness, because before you know anything, they've accused you here and there. I don't want to talk and
I get you.
I believe my points have been heard. Thank you, Daddy Freeze.
I get you. Now, Sabio, even if you had come and you had said in your mind you believe Pastor Toby has an affair with Dora, I for no fight you. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Because you are judging from what has been put out on social media. Pastor Toby is not your cousin's friend. He is not your sister's in-law. He is not your former classmate. You are making your deductions by what is available on social media. And you have a right to. Those of you that are saying, Pastor Toby, he must have done something with the girl before. I believe it. You have a right to believe whatever you want to believe. But if I joined you and believe that thing you believed, I'll be a fool. This is somebody I have access to on the phone. I have access to, if I need to talk to him, I can call him and talk to him. I've hung out with him. I've seen the kind of, Baba, let me tell you something. I thank God every day that I be man of God. If not that year when I day inside the world, me and Pastor Toby no be friend. Because, you know, when you toast, like for instance, if Agogo is my PA, and Made Man You toast her, I don't know if you ever respect Made Man You again. I don't know if I'm making sense to you guys. Am I connecting, Ada?
Yeah.
To men, Baba, the kind babes, I don't toast like 5. And the likelihood that they will agree is little because they will want to maintain a certain level of tranquility with their boss. So I'll just look like a retard. Because I will not lie to you, the women around him, those days when I was in the world, it is those kind of women that I was looking for. As in, when I was in the world, if I did drive my motor, I see fine girl, the worker go park, give her a ride. Come be say, I go to PT house. I can't see the women inside the house. People are not a buffet for me. Like they serve me buffet. Attempt all. Taste everything. You understand what I'm saying? So, if PT does not have any scandals with them, I don't know how I can possibly join the bandwagon of people assuming that he has an affair with a married woman. Do you understand what I can't wrap my head around it. I swear, 90% of men in my life today. There used to be one guy that used to come here, Sean Leeds. Sean Leeds like woman where if they carry Sean Leeds go PT house, Baba na buffet they serve give her. Buffet ni, as in you go run mad. Then PT no get any scandal. You can't go get Nigeria scandal. I don't know if I'm making sense to you. So, yes, you guys have every right to assume whatever you want to assume. But I'm telling you that I think, in my opinion, there's a 0% chance that happened. For me, I'm not even saying, well, there's a 10%. I'm looking at a 0% chance. Somebody say cast iron evidence is coming. Let's see the cast iron evidence first. In this world of AI, you still trust social media evidence? But like I said, let's even still see the evidence. Let me bring somebody else. I want more people to talk. Make it not be like saying only me they talk.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Don't go. Have space now. I gotta go. Where are people run into? As everybody they fear the topic. So everybody they pick their words.
I have my time frame for 10 p.m. done.
What's happening at 10 p.m.?
I've been here since 11. I'm at the office. Oh. Yes.
Okay, so you are reading.
Yes.
Okay, let me allow you to go. Let me allow you to go.
Thank
Let me bring Simply Vic. God will bless you. Simply Vic has sat down with Pastor Toby and eaten with Pastor Toby before. Now Simply Vic have bring. As in, God forgive me. When I saw the allegations, the first thing I did was call Peter. I said, what is the ridiculousness of this? As in, to me, it sounded absurd.
But to other people, it was not absurd. You know, right
now, God bless you. I don't blame those because they don't have access. It's like somebody called Ada Blessing one day. Ada's left and said, I heard Daddy Freeze charges for his lives. That I'm talking about 2 years ago. And I said, yes, he charges 1.5. The person says it's a lie. It's not possible. That nobody will pay Daddy Freeze 1.5 million. It sounded absurd until you saw evidence. Do you understand what I'm telling you?
Yeah.
But me knowing pity, I called him up. I said, I called him with a laugh. I yap him. Say, Baba, we can't mess with this. And guess what? My name was inside the mess. That is now. Let me now tell you why I would. I could have had a 2% or 3% or 10% belief, but when I now saw my name dragged into it, listen, my wife's food company dragged. I'm like, no, I can smell something funny going on.
I don't know why they dragged this, because to me, I don't know them personally, but when I read this, I'm like, no, this is just, I didn't take it seriously, because it was just because, and the woman don't come out, come talk, say, where you for do your DNA, like she's now, so it was
The woman wants this DNA.
Yeah, the guy is hot, so, but he's not going about his healing the right way. The guy is hot.
Hi, dear.
Hi, how are you doing? The way the guy dragged me inside, that's what scared me. I'm like, I don't know this to the extent where my name is now inside this KAYODE. So I've been ignoring on to say, let me keep quiet. But as the two of them don't come talk now, it's now looking like, oh, that the free is not talking about it because they are his people. Remy boy, Jare, sister.
My own is, why are people focused on bad things?
Yeah, that's what sells.
Do you know how many lives PT has changed this year alone?
He is giving away 200 million to 200 people. 1 million to 200 people, 200 million naira.
In the last couple of months, he has given to, I cannot count the number of businesses this man has given 1 million naira to every day, helping Nigerians.
That won't sell.
Some of the pastors that some Nigerians love and they like worship haven't done half of what he has done. And if something like this came up about that pastor, they will fight tooth and nail over that pastor and say, no, it can't be possible. It's not true.
God bless you.
The only crime PT has committed is because of the way he dresses. If he wears a collar and he carries anointing oil and a massive Bible, and he's sleeping with all the married women in his church, people will believe. People won't believe it.
Will not believe.
They will say, oh, he's a man of God, he's wonderful. And if he collects tithes, they will believe him. Look, my own is, I don't focus on the negative things people do. If there's someone that is doing good, going down there, helping people, and is conceived and has empathy, considers other people, helps other people who are in need. We all have our shortcomings. I'm not saying that he slept with this person. I will not focus on that thing that he's doing, or that thing that he's not doing well, or that he's doing wrong. My focus, for me as a person, is on the good things that he's doing. Do you get what I mean?
I get you, my darling.
So, I mean, that's my opinion. It's just sad how people think. 200 million is what he's giving away, but I'm sure he has given out more. We were here that day that he gave 3 million to Fadi. Just like that.
Let me tell you, there's a lady.
3 million.
There's a lady that won 1 million naira that PT gave away. I chose the lady random on Instagram. One day, 2 years later, my wife ordered 100 pieces of snail. She got 105 pieces. You know, when stock comes into a food business, they count everything down to the F4. So she now called the woman and said, I ordered 100 pieces of snail. You sent 105. The woman said, yes, that those extra 5 are for Daddy Freeze. That Daddy Freeze picked my elder sister, Mercy, and gave her 1 million naira from Pastor Toby. Mercy used that 1 million naira to start her fish pond. I was a housewife at home. Husband, they DV me, they give me. My sister took 200,000 out of her profit and gave me to start this nail business that you are patronizing me from today. I was like, whoa. So PT has helped someone who has gone on to help another person. Now, the woman told my wife that, do you believe that as I'm sitting now, me that was unemployed 2 years ago, that they used to flog me inside house, that do you know that I have 3 million naira in my account? My husband, that used to be the breadwinner of the family, does not have 300,000 cash in his account. Me, I get 3 million, which is done for my account. Gidigbe. From this nail business that I started out of the money my sister, who Daddy Freeze helped through Pastor Toby. So, at the end of the day, everybody's story is different. Simply Vic, because of his closeness to me. Simply Vic, I've been in the UK for 1 week before. And Simply Vic was with me for the whole 1 week. He leave everything when they do. So Simply Vic gave a speech at a very important occasion in my life. Buki Sote was there. Make I even hear you, Simply Vic. Yan Baba.
Baba, when people don't like you, no matter what you do, if you like, give out your head, they will still not like you. And people's minds are so feeble. Like, we always blow hot and cold. Today we like the person, tomorrow we don't. If PT gave everybody 1 million naira today, everybody go to sing in praises. That's the thing. And anywhere Bele face, I've come to know PT. I've eaten with him. We have gone to eat in many restaurants. I've been to his household. I've been to his living room. I've been to his office. I've been everywhere. So this is somebody I've come to know very well. And there are just some things that when you hear it, it's just laughable. Like, you're like, come on, man. If you know the babes, forget to. Babes, they at church. Babes, they around.
As in forget. As in Simply Vic, I thank God God don't choose me to spread in word and for disgrace now.
Bro, make it not be like saying only you they talk. When I say babes, no be babes will get brain. Babes where people play piano. Babes will be CEO for offices. Babes where classy. Babes where they wear designers. Babes where they drive Ferrari. No be dirty stinking girls. So PT go call and he sees them every day. Everywhere he goes, they are with him. Pastor's wife, pastor's sisters, pastor's brothers, church members, staff, every day. So PT won't come chop. I beg.
Baba,
I will defend him anytime, any day. I will defend him anytime, any day. Because,
let's say it the way it is. See, I can understand if you don't like someone. Yes, if you don't like him, but do you have to now run him down with your mouth? Like, there is no single evidence. Somebody said here that there's no smoke without fire. What does that even mean? I can literally start a rumor. I can start a rumor today that is so untrue.
Vic, do you know someone? Someone said to me that DF has slept with all the women that comes to his life.
Yes, now I mentioned it before you came.
DF, you did try. Only you.
As in, this thing where she they talk. I don't know. Did I not talk about Remy? I said they said that me, I don't sleep with Remy before.
Wow.
No be downgrade. They said it.
I've heard it. We have all heard it, but man,
I didn't get that. I didn't hear that.
If not so, everybody that if they sleep with everybody, then
they say I don't sleep with you before. You especially.
Me?
Yes.
No, DF. Someone said that to me. So I was talking to this person right on the phone, and he said, and I told him that was October last year. I said, I am going to meet DA for the first time next month in London. I've not even met him physically as at that time.
Yeah, Remy, you told me
Sure,
about
I told
that.
you.
Yeah.
That's how people can be. And you know what? They will run with this thing and believe it.
Yeah.
And sometimes, if you hear the conversations that I have with DF, sometimes we always do video calls. DF and I do video calls. You would think, okay, because we are having that conversation or we are talking like that, maybe there's something, but there is nothing.
Yeah, Remy and I, we are very close. I've been to Remy's house, so I know Remy's children. So
I took a picture. Pete and I went to a restaurant one day and we took pictures. Now, it was Vic, you used your phone, right?
Yeah.
And someone was plaiting my hair. And, she was behind me when the picture came in. And I opened it and I said, oh, this picture is really nice. If you see the way she pulled my hair, she pulled it so hard with anger because she thought, I could see that her attitude changed. Like, so this is your boyfriend. And then she was, she started preaching and was like trying to, preach to me. I just didn't bother.
How can she be preaching to a sister? Remy, you didn't tell her that you're a sister.
Anyway, they share tracks for club.
Remy, I don't care.
Remy, she tell people what
Hold on, don't say anything. I beg, make you help me read wetin I pin. That's why, because of this kind of thing where I pin, Nigeria no get hope. No one should blame you, Ledoche, again.
Oh.
How did we get here? Nikki Sham vibes. You are a sham of a human being. If they want cause person, they will use you as reference.
Just leave her. There's no need.
Someone said you are defending me. I will personally defend PT.
Why won't I defend him? I will
defend Vic as well because I know Vic, you may not
like.
Make
una defend me too.
What I want to say.
Me, I shall not say my gist no they come out.
Vic, I know Vic, the money that leaves his account every month that he gives to people, helping people. It's not just about.
Let me stop talking. I don't send you. Stop talking.
Do you understand? So if you don't come and say, oh, Vic this and he did for me, I don't know about others. Even Yorubas will say, Oreo Jokon, Koro Jokon. That one day that this person was good to you, you should consider that. Okay? So for that reason,
but whatever we do at the end of the day, are we doing it for any human gratification? Me, I'm not bothered about. I don't want anybody to know anything. I just do what I can as God lays it in your heart.
And that's the most important that thing. They worship. They are pastors that they worship. Do you know how many pastors are pastors?
You know what? Because they are hypocrites. See, they will prefer a pastor to wear Ankara. He wears Ankara and carry a Bible and sleeps with everybody. That's the only one. But the one that drives Ferrari is ungodly.
That's how one of your geos, we wear $2 shirt, $3 pants.
Boy has a private jet.
Boy has a $60 million private jet. Who not the fool?
I don't know who is richer. I know they do mathematics. You are wearing Ankara so that people will think you are poor, but you have private jet.
Say you dey whine me.
You don't know how many Ferraris there is in a private jet.
Say you dey whine me.
I know.
$1 million can buy 2 Ferrari. So if you have $60 million private jet, just know it's 120 Ferraris.
Can you imagine? And yet, it's like night and day. So sorry to digress. Somebody was asking if I'm wearing a JMM. This is not a JMM. This is an Akoni.
You said the
wait till I tell you about Vic. Say Vic go tell you the price of it. What did I say? I don't know if you're watching. Vic, I don't talk about you before you come. I say
life that knows GMM is Jack Marimaj. This is an Akoni, but this is one of my GMM, Enzo. This is Enzo GMM. It's almost £1,000.
Wait till I tell you about Vic. Say now, wait till I know Vic. Say if you tell me say Vic sleep with person.
This is another GMM green. This is another GMM. This is like £1,000 plus. They're all handmade, made in Japan. It's just 300 of this made in the whole world.
Pretty, I tell you. Say this now the Vic way I know.
If you know, you know. If you don't know,
Finish. Forget about it.
Can you imagine? I'm just so
I have 5 GMs. Two
with
are
the way
in the
people
box there.
are going on and on and on about Pastor Toby, always crucifying him, and this person is out there helping people, despite all that, helping people, changing lives every day, considering the poor. This is what the Bible tells us to do. And then your pastors, the ones that you people trust so much,
and love and respect and like.
We know deep things about them, but we cannot come out and say, once you mention one thing like this, then the whole world will go crazy. Because they are the perfect ones. Because they are the ones that are holy.
I mean, there's no need. That's one thing I like PT
So
for.
the same thing CB Joshua suffered also in the hands of Nigerians.
With not just pastors, right? They do it with even the average individual. If you as the leader go to
There's
church,
how much somebody's asking you a question. Is how much did you collect?
Can you imagine?
You see, Mumu, MUMU.
Because now so their papa and their mama be.
As a woman, if you wear trousers to church, you wear trousers, you do makeup, and you have God, you have a strong relationship with God, people will not believe you because of the way you dress.
Yeah.
But if you like, don't relax your hair.
Don't
Wear
earrings.
cover your head. And you're the worst human being. The fact that you're dressed that way, people will believe anything you say. If you say, you are a child of God, they will believe. It's just, in the way that you dress.
You know what? But the thing, I think you should do like a show. Just ask one simple question: who is a man of God?
Thank you.
You go hear very diverse and different opinions on what people classify as the man of God.
As Remy will say, very mumu opinions.
You find none of
rubbish about PT here. Some of them are married men. They are in my DM.
They are in my DM. God will bless you. Married men in Remy's DM talking about PT. And we let you.
And they are married men, and they are here saying PTs, and they are asking for DNA.
But even at that, even if let's say worst case scenario, PT did anything, all the people that you people are calling in the Bible from Abraham down, are they not all polygamists?
Oh.
But they are your forerunners and your
fathers of faith.
People you quote every day, David and co.
Look at what he just did in London. He made history with thousands of people. They walked down.
No, they don't see that. See, it's so.
They don't see that, and he's just done that for our generation.
No, we just love to run people down. We love to run people down, and there's no need for it.
Screaming everywhere.
Why is it that we find it hard just to celebrate someone, or we are always looking for negativity, something bad to just say? Just for clouds or what?
Yeah, it's for clouds and for likes and for whatever reason it is.
For likes. If they close this Instagram today, are we not going to feed? Are we not going to leave? I don't know why
many
people are like
will not to many news and making a living out.
I know bad news. I know bad news sells, obviously. Yeah. Negative news sells. But still, you need to also, if you don't have any evidence, just shut up.
Shut up, but they know the hear word.
You want to come correct.
Right.
You know?
Yes, just come with everything straight. Don't be curious. That's why I didn't even take the story too serious. I didn't even take it serious. Let me not add to, because I'm like, I don't even, as in, it's just obvious the man is paying. But then the social media, they are helping to just push the agenda, right? To push the narrative that, it was Pastor Toby, so yes, maybe it's the owner of the children and all those kind of things.
So,
I can bet. Who wants to bet? Who wants to bet? No be Pastor Toby get those children. Who wants to bet? More put money. More. I want chop person money. Who wants to bet? 100K. More no carry afar.
I don't think
there's no need.
No, me, I want to chop some. I want to chop.
Because the way the story is going.
100K. No be Pastor Toby get those children. 100K. More bet.
100K.
It can't be him.
As in, I'm telling you, I don't want to say I'm sure in this life, but I want chop person money. Maybe they go do this DNA.
If Pastor Toby did it, so
yeah, then that's another topic for discussion, right? They'll be like,
no, even
Listen to what he said. Listen to what somebody said. So Freeze went to bring people
even if he did it, so
on the
what are you gonna do about it?
Toby's man side. Alolori buruku nie dudu girl. The only thing dudu about you is your brain. Olopolo dudu.
And I
I
think
do
like
lock
what Sabio said, I think the way he relates with women is why maybe the relationship he had with the woman is why
I swear to God.
like, okay,
I swear to God, the way Pastor Toby relates to his church members is the same way I relate with Remy, Ada, Samaria, Gambia.
Pastor Toby, if you see Pastor Toby and his church members, you would think
it's just that our own is not physical.
From the same mother, like we want to do the same.
Do you remember?
You know somebody one-on-one. I don't know how to describe.
Do you remember a bishop? DF, you will know this person. This bishop that impregnated his secretary in Ibadan, Pastor Bishop Wale something. Did the world end?
The world did not end. But you see,
he came out to say yes, that he made that mistake. It didn't stop him from being a good person. Do you understand? That he made that mistake does not make him a bad person. And his church is still there. What is wrong with people?
You know, now when you talk in this aspect, they would say, oh, you're supporting immorality. You understand? Wow. That's what they'll start saying, oh, you're supporting immorality.
What is moral? What you thought was moral 20 years ago is not moral anymore. It depends on who you're talking to.
Right.
I swear, immorality is now relative.
Look at this baboon. Said Remy is in love. With who?
Remy is in love with me and Daddy Freeze and everybody. We all love her.
We all love her. Oh, leave Remy for us.
I'm in love with Pastor Toby. I'm in love with Peter. I've collected money from Peter.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, well, we love Peter, nothing to Peter. You guys should leave Peter alone.
It depends them. They say we don't gather to do image laundry for Ram. Baba,
you know what they were saying some nonsense in the past. And he has not been arrested once, he has not been indicted once, nothing. In Nigeria with it, when I go to do anyhow.
I don't even
when it comes to things like this, I'll probably not say anything, right? But I will defend any good person. If I know that you're a good person and I've seen you help other people, right? I will defend you. Because I understand that you're human and you can make mistakes. Just like I am not perfect. And I cannot be perfect even if I want to. Even if I try. Perfect. And that you'll be without sin.
Yeah.
But the fact that I've seen you helping other people in need. Pastor Peter has been here before with that lady that had that son. I can't remember who it was. And he helped her.
Yes.
He helped many people. Do you get what I mean? Now
I don't even want to go into that woman's story. Make I no offend people. Simply, Vic, you know what I'm talking about? You know that woman now?
Yeah, I do.
If I go into that woman's story, I will offend many people. There were even people that collected money on behalf of that woman. We no give the woman.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now that people are crucifying him, then I should now stay back and not say anything. I will. I will defend him till tomorrow. Just because I've seen him here.
Do you think me defending Pastor Toby now, do you think he has paid me or I've taken a dime from him? Of course not.
I think network is about to go off.
Next narrative will be...
I'll take money from him, Abi.
And me too.
Oh, well, if
I don't even know him.
if only you guys knew.
Right?
If only you guys knew.
It's true. So that's the area I'm coming from.
So because he has helped many people, we can't do anything.
Let me see if I can get the charger for this phone.
What have you done? What have you done as a person? How many people's lives have you changed? If you fight today, how many people will come out to sing your praise and say wonderful things about you? Olodo upon 20.
Remy, o ti bínú. Ah, má bínú.
Remy má bínú jọ.
Because it's too much. They're always coming for this guy. And they're
Hey.
comparing him to Hush Puppy. How can you compare him to Hush Puppy?
Omo, I want to try and see if I
It's
can
nonsense, Winnie.
plug this phone so we can stay on a little longer. Oh yes, I'm charging. Oh shit.
You think he has time to come and be defending himself and be talking about all these dirty talks?
Ọ̀rọ̀ rírùn.
Probably because it's don't mind.
Dirty talk.
Dirty. Àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ smellu.
Wrong in my eyes. Just like Vic too. Vic helps people too. I like people that consider others, that are not selfish.
Vic, wọ́n ló like àwọn èèyàn gan pé wọ́n ló good gan. Wọ́n ló good gan pé èèyàn ní ẹ́.
Hey, all to the glory of God.
Yes, someone who considers the poor, you know. Look at it. Doris Uche once said, Remy, swear you never enter the PC guy. You see?
It's not everything you
Somebody said, listen to this.
It's not everything you
Somebody said, let's address the real issue. Hold on. Let's address the real issue. Forget his good deeds. How do we negate the allegation with evidence? How do you prove the allegation with evidence first? As in people stupid though. Not be say downgrade. Hold on. Let me read the law to you. According to the law, the burden of proof lies in the accuser, not the accused. If I say Remy is an Olosho, Remy does not have to prove that she's not an Olosho. I have to prove that she's an Olosho.
Somebody said,
and let me ask you a question. Those videos released. Wait. Hold on.
Somebody just typed here.
Hold on. Those videos you saw, does it prove beyond reasonable doubt that PT had an affair with that woman?
That's why people take it serious.
Does it prove? First of all, does it even prove? No. Does it prove beyond reasonable doubt? So what is it that you people are talking about? As in, can you try and wear a mask? At least, if you carry your ignorance, wear nose mask for them. Mask am small. Even if you don't see proper mask, at least just wear nose mask for your ignorance. Carry your ignorance. I'm telling you, mask, as in, somebody said we should prove, as in, listen to somebody that went to school. Let's address the real issue. Forget his good deeds. How do you negate? You can't use English where you don't understand to take wear nose mask for your ignorance, brother. Waiting be your name. Make I greet you personally. I okay. As in, is it our job to disprove or the job of the accuser to prove beyond reasonable doubt? And if you consider that reasonable doubt, may they never put you anywhere where they are judging matter.
Oh wow.
Tell me, does that prove anything? It doesn't prove, let alone beyond reasonable doubt. You don't know what reasonable doubt is. That nobody can say, it's not possible. Let me tell you, according to the law, the only proof of adultery is you caught them in the act. Or there is a child.
Somebody said you went to bring people that are supporting PT. Bring somebody that does not support PT and let him bring the evidence.
If there's anybody here that does not support PT, one person will go and we will bring you into our midst.
I don't mind, I will go.
No, you will not go, you will stay.
Let the person...
That's your evidence that you want to come and share. Come and share it.
What if pastor is guilty? So maybe you can bring
so we don't want to forget your opinion, though, because I know the man they are talking about. Daddy Freeze knows him very well. Correct. Don't come and tell us what you think.
In fact, I want
He who is without sin should cast the first stone.
Remy, let's even leave sin. I want them to prove. Let them come and prove.
The person against, come and talk. Let's make it balanced.
Yes.
And somebody said, bring at 5 what? At 5 Stelex.
I might have to end the live and start afresh again. How
We
far
don't
were
mind.
you?
We are here.
Bring 5-star Telex.
Check WhatsApp. Oh yeah.
That is, they said you should bring someone who bring at star. They wrote the person's name. I don't know.
Let the person send me request. Call me. I can't even see the request. You know what's going to happen? I'm going to end this video, come back and do part 2.
Okay.
Shebala
We are
ni.
here.
Sheba sopa ni la kai ni. Ani.
We are here. We are here. We are here.
Oh yeah.
Don't worry, I'm waiting.
Mm-hmm. Sorry guys, I'm bringing everybody back. My Instagram was acting up, so I'm gonna have to use another phone for the Instagram. This other phone where I want you said don't buy. Okay. If I use Samsung now, voila, they find. Don't I have any other phone? Sorry guys, we're going back in a minute. I'm just trying to let the battery charge a little on my... Oh man, this is crazy. Okay, we are back. It's better, Abby. All right. Who are the people that said they wanted to come? That person that said they wanted to come. Please. Let them send me requests. Vic, don't reach here.
Oh, I'm here, bro. I don't move downstairs, sir. Boche Camila.
So who is the person that said they wanted to say something? Make we hear them.
Yeah, please come online.
We're waiting. I have about 5 minutes to do this.
Come online, we're here.
I don't come already. Is that the person? Auto Dams. Is that the person?
No, I don't know that name.
Who is the person that said they wanted to come?
Idea is needed.
So that's the thing. They will not come out now. That the phrase, you are biased, you are biased, you are biased. Somebody that I've had a close encounter with, I would definitely have a different opinion from you that are reading on the blog.
Of course.
Oh, absolutely.
You are a blog reader and a commenter. We are content creators. What you are commenting on are people like us create them.
And the person you are talking about, some of us have dined and wined with him.
Thank
we have
you.
met his family. We've been to his living room. We've been everywhere with him. We've hung out. We've gone out. We've dressed up together. We've gone to places together. We speak the same language, but yet we don't have a clue of what's going on. It's you that you know everything. It's just funny. It's funny.
And the people that are here seeing all of these things about him are in his DMO begging for money.
Don't mind them. Don't mind them. Money. There is one guy.
I mean, it's not everything we'll be saying. Let's just leave it.
Well,
so let's see the people that want to talk against. Me, I don't talk harm. On that DNA matter, I want to bet with anybody 100,000 naira. Mo no play can plenty. If you know, say you get my mo bet. Say those children have nothing to do with PT. 100K.
Yeah.
Make a chop money.
Funny. So because if he is sleeping with this person, the children must have to be his.
Secondly, me knowing PT, the chance that PT is sleeping with that lady is 0%. To me,
I agree.
To my opinion, the chance that he's sleeping with this lady is not 1%, not 2%, not 5%, 0%. Have you seen? As in, the problem is, I never work out with PT before.
No,
make you see babes.
Bro, tell them that the day we were walking at night, that night bridge, when we were the end, babes will fine die. Like
as PT they walk out for road, they walk out with in leg for road. The girls where they drive those as McLaren, Ferraris, they follow them.
Girls that have good jobs, girls that
have good jobs ahead. That's the most important part. Good jobs. They work in embassies. They are MDs of companies, directors,
solicitors,
and they are single. And in know they
are very married.
And in know they bench them.
Married, their husbands come to the church with them. They are grounded.
Made man you say something. He say, and especially that Abby, she is hot.
Abby na BTP.
Abby na everybody friend.
Abby, I don't know how Abby does it.
Made man you. As in, he say especially that Abby, she is hot.
You know, Abby drives any car and every car.
Abisola and Ike, they don't call your name, or they say you hot.
Abby, they don't call you.
Someone said we should bring PT here.
And as in,
to come and say
what? Let me tell you something. There's no need to bring PT. Do you know why? The burden of proof, according to the law, lies on the accuser, not the accused. Shane lost, as in school, no be scam, boy, and it borrow. The burden of proof. Let me tell you. Hold on. Let me explain something. Let me explain the law to you. The accuser needs to prove beyond reasonable doubt that PT had anything to do with the woman. Beyond reasonable, not just prove. It's not that he can prove beyond any reasonable doubt.
Can you see this person? They say you should bring this person up.
Who?
At 5 star Lex. DF needs you. If you want to express your opinion. At 5 star Lex.
At 5 star Lex, where are you? Send me request. I cannot see you. Okay, 5 star Lex. Yeah, come and talk.
Bring the person.
More allow and talk. More allow and talk. More here. You will hear how what
someone said, Remy, money is your problem. It is not about money.
Remy, money is you don't know Remy.
That he shows towards people that need
Remy, money is Remy's problem. You people are
if the three of us here, money is our problem. We are hungry. Please.
We agree.
Brother is here. Brother, talk.
Daddy Freeze.
Well done, sir.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
I greet you.
Well done, sirs. I would say, I'm sorry to say this, but I would say we are kind of deviating from the exact issue that is really on ground.
Okay, what's the exact issue? Please remind us.
No. As I said, I'm sorry.
Remind us.
There's an issue here of PT and KAYODE. And for a fact, I am very close friend with KAYODE. And when I say I'm very close friend, we grew up together, we started our football career together. I know him very well. In fact, like I said, I was his only friend and family member at his wedding. The first wedding, nobody came. Nobody was there. So this is someone I know 100%. The way you all are saying, PT, I have eaten on the same table, the same plate with this so-called KAYODE. Now, this is a man crying out for help. I am not saying we need to believe.
Wait, yeah,
let him talk. Continue, sir.
I am not saying everything on social media is right. We cannot, based on the fact that we saw PT did this or KAYODE said this, and we should believe. No. The fact I have to say is this woman, who is his ex-wife, has actually brought out his legs. She is actually the one in the middle of all this, causing this whole issue. How? Husband suspects wife of infidelity. Why? Because possibly there might have been some messages, there might have been some calls. I'm going to give an example. When I actually found out, when this whole thing started coming up, a friend of mine called and said KAYODE saw a post of someone on Snap with his wife and PT. I actually spoke.
Hey, sorry.
Sorry.
Continue.
Right. Sorry. I spoke with them today. Now, KAYODE has not even, this month was the first time KAYODE is setting his eyes on his mom for the past 17, 18 years. He has not seen his mom. This woman made him believe his mom was a witch.
But how does that concern PT?
The point is, how it concerns PT.
Bro, sorry, don't digress. Go back to the PT. Bro, let me ask you a question. Have you seen any evidence, or you're just because you know the KAYODE guy, and you're kind of wanting to speak for him? Have you seen anything to say this is true or this is not true, or you are just?
No. It's the same way you are also coming to speak for PT. You said you know him. I am coming to speak for KAYODE. I know.
And I love the fact that you are speaking for your friend KAYODE.
No. Aside that, the calls that were made at midnight, the messages that were sent at midnight, it might just be an innocent call.
Between who, please? Be specific. Between
Dora and PT.
Okay.
It might just be.
Okay. Sorry. Hold on a second.
Helping yourself.
Point here.
He doesn't know. He's just.
Let him talk, please.
No. Because I don't know, because when Remy was speaking, Remy was taking facts. And the way you were speaking, you were 100% sure that PT can't be doing such a thing, which is not possible.
Because I know the man.
In fact, he's guilty or not. Pardon me. But the way we are portraying it is like he is this innocent person. He can never do this. No.
Okay.
That if I'm to come out, I don't need to expose myself, to be honest. With what I know and what I've heard, I have some kind of evidence on my phone too. But I don't need to bring it up. But why I actually came to say, because it's looking like the video is actually on one side. Everybody's saying nice things about Pity. Yes, Pity is good. I'm not God. I'm not an angel, you know. But then the way we are portraying is like what they are accusing him of, he cannot be wrong for. Yes, accepted. We do not have evidence against him. We do not have a fact against him. But then the issue here is, how do we help this man that's already in a huge problem? He's about to lose all his properties if he hasn't lost everything already. And it's coming for one person.
Can I say something? Hold on. Simply Vic, let me start.
Bro, I will let you talk. Let me just say one sentence. With what you have said so far, on one breath, you are saying you have zero evidence. Then on another breath, you're also fighting for your friend. Then in the middle, which is it? Because I don't understand how you can be fighting for your friend.
Hold on. Let me say something. My dear brother, I appreciate you today.
Thank you very much.
What you are doing for your friend KAYODE is what I am doing for my friend PT. When it comes to evidence, I can call PT out if I see evidence that is beyond reasonable doubt. Do you understand what I'm telling you? So we are saying the exact same thing. There is, Remy, have I called you at midnight before?
No. Midnight, yes, you have.
If I've not called you back midnight, I've called Samaria, I've called Ada Blessing. Now, have I ever called you on video call and I'm not wearing shirts?
Yes, you have.
Baba, if you call me now on video call, even my sister, they run around, they wear shirts. So, what if Remy screenshots one day and said, I was talking to Daddy Freeze at midnight? So, you see, those talks alone, they might sound suspicious to someone who does not know the person. I am never going to say PT is a saint. I'm not a saint. Victor is not a saint. But in this particular matter, I can tell you, to the best of my knowledge, that there is no chance, from my understanding of this matter, that PT had anything to do with her intimately. From my opinion. Now, let you see, I like the fact that you are not inside. One thing, Baba, I'm not expecting you go get sense like this. So I expect say you be one of these internet mumu. I respect you today. And why do I respect you? You did not jump into the arena. Is there a possibility to KAYODE that PT had something to do with his wife? To him, yes. To me, from where I'm looking.
From where we're looking at this, no. See, bro, we are. Do you know what? Do you know what I would say that will probably make sense to you? There's always something called revise. Today, we have not seen any evidence, and the PT we know, we are saying he cannot. Tomorrow, if evidence now come out, everybody's now allowed to adjust their stand.
Thank you.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It makes sense. But can I say something?
Let's hear him.
Initially, okay, there have been some videos and voice notes. In quotes, there are people that can actually forge voice notes and give you fake evidence to just bring out someone, to just expose someone who is not actually guilty. But you asked Remy a question. You said, have I called you at so time? She said yes. PT could actually be a free person. I don't know him, but I know KAYODE 100%. Now, you know Remy very well. I don't know if she's married or in a relationship. If I, personally, as a man, I believe every man is going to be here. If I am in a relationship with her and you're calling at odd hours, for sure, what happened between KAYODE, Dora, and PT is not just a month thing. it has been happening for a very long time.
Put a time frame to it. How long do you think that her being a church member has gone on for?
Okay, PT, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, I wouldn't want to go into this. I have my reasons for saying I don't want to be specific about the time frame. But looking at what happened, I'm sorry, I can come to you later and then send you messages and then tell you, but on live here, I don't want to really come out to something. But what I'm trying to say is, looking at what happened, he must have been warning her about the late night calls, which she did not adhere to. She did not listen until it escalated to this whole. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay. You want to say something?
Yes, I want to say something, but I didn't want to interrupt you. Now, let me put a point to you. I'll put it to you that when a marriage is in trouble, parties in that marriage will be acting deviant. Like, for instance, if I've been in relationships before when the marriage is about to scatter, wants to scatter, they call people, they confide in them. And it will not just be one person. You are going to have some male confidants, you're going to have some female confidants, you are going to have your pastor on one side, you're going to have your family members on one side. I don't know if what I'm saying is making sense. So when marriage don't reach, like now, I can tell taste buds not to call anybody. But if the marriage don't spoil, where are you coming from? What's your business need? So we need to establish that from the look of things, the marriage contract between Dora and KAYODE, to my understanding, was already on a very shaky foot.
Okay, because of what you just said now, okay, I'm going to give you a point of something that happened 9 years ago. I was there. Me, Dora, and KAYODE. Okay. KAYODE was about to step out. He was about to leave the house. I came back to Nigeria. He also came back. We came to whatever we came to do, like the footballers break. And then he was about to leave the house. And Dora's mom woke her up and said, "Wake up, your husband is leaving the house." Then she woke up and asked, "Where are you going?" He said, "Me and Alex want to take a walk." She refused. She said, "No, you're not going anywhere." Now, I told her, "I'm coming somewhere. This is what happened. I'm coming." And I said, "Okay, listen to your wife. She said you're not going anywhere. Stay home." Then KAYODE went outside to make a call. And she got angry. And it was a huge fight. She broke the TV that night. KAYODE left the house on purpose, like angrily, to go and lodge in a hotel. I sent him back home. I slept in that hotel. I sent him back home. Now, the same Dora did the same exact thing, was on a call with a strange guy that she claimed was her cousin, and I heard that the guy wasn't her cousin. Now, you said something now, the marriage must have been shaking.
Do you agree that the marriage was shaky already?
That's why I said 8-9 years ago.
Yes. So 8-9 years ago, the marriage done, they spoil, they come.
Now, my point here is, Pastor P.T. might have been the only person that she calls and she feels better. He tells her the exact thing she wants to hear for her sanity to come back. But then, what hours, when, how has these calls been made? Have there been any time where he called or she called and this had to cause a problem between the both parties? I mean, KAYODE and Dora. Because if I'm married and I'm speaking to a woman at odd hours, my wife is not comfortable, regardless of whatever I want to say, that call has to wait until morning. You can't tell me not to speak to my pastor in the morning. Is okay in the midnight? Okay, fine. It's in the night? Okay, I don't need to speak to him. But when it's daytime, I need to speak. And then I have to be transparent at the calls I'm making.
You see, my brother, you are making a lot of sense. My only fault is once marriage don't scatter reach one level, it go enter that agidi. You cannot tell me who to talk to and when not to talk to them. You cannot tell me I'm divorced. Baba, when my divorce won't happen, I know they know where my ex did. She go just show up for house. But you see, in as much as at that time I used it against her, in hindsight, we had gotten to a place so toxic that this same thing where they talk, me and my ex fight about him. Say, why are you calling a man at midnight? My problem is once marriage don't decay, reach one certain level, from what moral ground can you now tell one of the parties? Let me be honest with you. From looking at this, I put it to you that Dora was only in the marriage because of the children. If they had no children at that 8 years ago, 7 years ago, now therefore don't separate.
They had, in fact, I have pictures of me and his first son. I think this whole, I don't know, with what I heard, I think whole marriage thing actually got into when she got pregnant when she had the first son. That was when, because she already had him before the first marriage. She already had Jaden. That's the first son's name. Jaden. She already had Jaden before. So obviously, like you said, you're right, that if there were no kids, this might have not lasted. But my own point is, I am not trying to be biased here, because I don't want us to deviate from the exact thing that is happening. For me, I'm not saying what my brother, sorry brother, I don't know what your name is, and my sister. The point is, I don't want us to see it like because it is someone we know. As I'm here, there was something that happened a few years back. Me and KAYODE was going to fight on the main road. He was driving because this same woman made him believe his mother was a witch. And I told him, bro, you are made. Your wife's family are enjoying. Your wife's mom, the brother, everybody's enjoying. I was the only person at your wedding, the only family member. Your brother, your cousin, your sister, it was me. When they called family member, I was the only one that stood up. The person that represented him as his father was Coach John Obu. And I told him, can you kindly, let's go and see your mom. He told me if I repeat that, he's going to slap me. I was driving, and I parked the car. I told him, come down, if you have the balls, let's fight. I'm telling you, it's for us to go and see your mom. He refused. I'm telling you, KAYODE is setting his eyes on his mom after 18 years, this month. So my point is, if something like this is happening, if I'm in Pastor Toby's shoes, honestly speaking, I would have had more conversation with KAYODE more than the wife as a pastor. I'm sorry, I'm not accusing him of anything. Why? Reason being, your wife is complaining to me countless times. What is going on? I want to see both of you. I want to speak to the both of you. What exactly is happening? I am not comfortable with the way your wife is calling me at odd hours, at midnight, letting me know you are doing this and that. Because KAYODE is actually close to PT as well. He is close to PT. So if he is that close, for me, what I feel from my own point, if I was to be in Pastor Peter's shoe, I would say, Peter's shoe, I would say, okay, listen, I need both of you to come and see me. They are capable of traveling over the world. Then this issue, I am very sure it wouldn't have gotten to this. And a woman that is not faithful, it wouldn't be on just one man.
Can I say something?
Can I ask a question?
Sorry, Vic. Now me raise hand first. After that, you go. You have spoken wisely, brother. We heard a video. I heard a voice note of PT actually talking to KAYODE. Now, in relationships, I am closer to Remy than to some male members of the Free Nation. I am closer to Victor than, you see, in a relationship between a pastor and especially in a divorce situation, it is hard for you to be completely unbiased. there'll always be someone that is suspecting you. There'll always be someone that you are leaning closer to because of proxy. I'm not saying it is right or wrong. I'm just trying to put myself in the situation because I don't know. Are you married?
Me?
Yes.
No, I'm not married.
Okay. I've been divorced before. I was married before, divorced before, and then I entered another marriage. You understand what I'm saying? So I've seen the stage where husband and wife are like this. Let me tell you something here. My mom had issues with my ex. And you know my mom now, Oyinbo, my mom knows a bit talk. You understand? Oyinbo no get that, African. My father no talk pim. Now until the divorce happened, my papa begin to tell me his own side. Pim, my papa no talk. That's the guy you want to marry? Okay, no problem. My mother, on the other hand, did not like her for whatever reason, and my mother spoke it out. Do you know my ex held that against my mother throughout the marriage? My ex's mother too, may her soul rest in peace, did not particularly like me for one or two reasons and spoke out. I also held it against her. So there was a time in my former marriage when both mothers were not allowed to enter our house. Am I making sense to you? Now, you see, when in a marriage, especially when you are married to somebody who seems like is making a lot of money, the typical Nigerian mentality is to protect yourself inside the marriage. If person look like, you don't know what transpired, I was not there, you don't know what transpired between the mother of KAYODE and Dora. For Dora to say, your mother must be a witch. You understand what I'm telling you? I'm not saying what she did. I'm not saying what she did. They never met. You see, my problem is we don't know. We are assuming. Do you understand? That's why I said we don't. I can tell you my story because it happened. I remember that they were driving to UI Gate when I informed my mom that my ex was pregnant. And my mom, Yari, said, no. She said something along the lines of not this girl, which wasn't really fair to my ex because at that particular point, my ex had not really done anything. And my ex held that against my mom. Do I blame her? No. So you see, the older we get, the more we see real life situations, the more we understand that the right thing to do for pity was to counsel both of them. And like you said, lean more towards the husband. But we don't know the specifics of this particular situation.
Exactly.
And that was why I wanted to ask a question.
No. Now they're saying exactly. But initially, what the conversation that I was having here was, Pastor Pity is this, Pity is this, is that. My point is, we were not trying to be neutral about it.
But now that we've brought you have brought that neutrality. Because at the end of the day, let me tell you something. The way they've been dragging PT online over this matter, you go think, say that 8 years ago where they quarrel, now PT caused the quarrel.
So you agree that it is wrong?
No, you can't. It is wrong. Biblically and according to the law, it is wrong for you to accuse someone when you do not have a fact. You do not have to accuse someone when based on what you just see. But my point is, on the other hand, let us not write off the guy that is the victim here.
Let's change that. One of the victims, because you see, in a divorce, both people are victims.
Yes.
One might be less victim than the other. You see, what I would have advised is everybody sheath their swords and let us allow this case to go to trial. And then let us be presented with evidence in full. And then we can say who the victim is. Because once you say KAYODE is the victim, then Dora looks like the perpetrator. And then the blame is shifted to PT. And that's why I'm here. Because the PT way I know, to the little extent I know him, will not do the things I'm seeing on social media.
And
I don't know if I'm making sense.
Bro, let me ask this brother just one question.
I want him to come back. Please come back, dear brother.
Is he gone?
Can you still see him? I can't see him anymore.
I can't see him again. I can't see him.
He will send a message. I know his name is Alex.
The question I wanted to ask was...
And to be honest, Vic, before you say anything, I really like this Alex guy. Nigerians will get sense where they work out for road. They're not past 10.
He came correct. And
I swear, he made sense. He made us see his side of the argument. He did not come accusing PT.
No, he didn't accuse PT.
He doesn't even have proofs.
Do you understand? So now I'm listening to him. He's making sense. I'm understanding the argument he's bringing forward. The regular person, listen to what the regular person will type on a post I put of PT. You do, Abi, you no do. So how do you have a conversation with somebody whose head is buried in the mud? Someone say you can't vouch for your child 100%, but you see,
but still, you're still
if they call Simply Vic now, hold on. If police call Simply Vic that we saw Daddy Freeze
stealing,
not even stealing, using
drugs.
So you understand?
Yeah, you know. So if I come and defend it, people will not say,
"Well, so if you understand?" So even though you cannot vouch for me 100%. You can at least to an extent lend credence to the character, to my character that you've been exposed to.
Whether loyalty or not, let's leave loyalty aside now. If you know somebody very well and this is out of character, are we not allowed to still come here and say, wait a minute, this person that I know cannot do this? That's why I said...
Look, I was waiting this person to talk. But you are here supporting someone in another country. Yes, come in.
What is the question I wanted to ask that brother, bro?
You want to come and do here? We are start. Sorry, I'm listening.
Yeah, the question I actually wanted to ask him was he said that I think one of the things he said earlier was PT is the guy is very close to PT. So I wanted to find out from him. Does he know when their relationship, I mean PT and the KAYODE guy, when this thing went out? Yeah. So I wanted to find out the time frame.
And I also like to say something. A lot of Nigerian wives are calling their pastors at midnight and past midnight, whether we want to accept it or not.
I'm done.
Because when they have a bad dream or they want to do midnight prayer, they will call their pastor.
One second.
Whether female pastor or male pastor.
Let me quickly remember. One guy said, Vic, people change, trust nobody. William Ayomide, see, we all know this, people change. But if somebody comes to you and tell you your brother just stole, and you know your brother is not a thief, are you going to say he stole, or you're going to say, wait a minute, my brother is not a thief, and stand with him? Do you get where we are coming from now? We're not saying people don't change. That's not the discussion here. We're not saying it's only... So we should be able to speak for ourselves. If you know somebody very well, there's nothing wrong with that.
So the thing, let me just come in there. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, it's okay.
Thing that, and I actually joined the live a little bit late, but when I joined the live, I realized that yourself, Vic, and Remy, I think that's your name, sis, you were both quite adamant that PT hasn't done anything. Now, yeah, there's a possibility that he hasn't done anything. And for us to be really open-minded. So you see that guy previously, he was very open-minded. He was stating the fact that, okay, his colleague stroke friend had this notion. And yeah, it might be true, it might not be true. But I feel like, I'm so sorry, my kid is being very noisy in the background. So
it's all right.
I feel like you both were not necessarily very open-minded in what you were outrightly beating your chest and saying that no, PT hasn't done this, PT hasn't done that, and you're probably right. But I think in order to be, to be neutral, because when stories like this come out, in as much as the whole world, the whole of Instagram wants to jump on it and pick a side and blame somebody, it's very important that we do. Yeah, you know him, that's fine, that's good. But you have to be neutral, because really and truly, you know his good characters, but you don't know him.
I don't want to be neutral in this case.
No.
Do you know why? Wait, let me tell you where I stand. I am saying that I have refused to focus on whatever negatives that people have to say about him. Now, whether it is true, what they're saying in this case, whether it is true or not, I don't really care, because nobody is perfect. And I said, I am not perfect either. I don't care, right? They can sort that out between themselves. However, I am grateful for the life that he has touched and that he has changed.
Right.
And I am grateful that he has empathy. I have seen him do a lot of wonderful things for people that have brought tears to my eyes. And because of that, I stand by him. Now, if I know KAYODE, and I've seen the good works that KAYODE has done too, then I can be neutral and say, oh, okay, well, I hope that they settle this. Oh, do you understand? I may not be able to take his side.
Yeah, but
in
then
this case, I am taking his side.
And I just
but then it's a good thing to be behind him. It's a good thing to say, you know what, regardless of what you've done, regardless the mistake that you've made, I support you. But you still don't see, when our kids do things and yes, you support that child, because there's nothing that my child would do that I would not support them. But I will still make sure that I let that child know that what you've done,
it's different.
wrong. Can
Now, can I say something, my dear sister?
You cannot support adults and not let the adult know that what they've done is wrong. Yes, you can support them, but you have to still draw that line and say right is right and wrong is wrong.
Now, sister, can I say something?
No.
Vic.
Let me quickly say before.
Oh yeah, say it quickly.
What is just mine is very simple. I'm not even going I'm not towing the line of what he has done, what he has not done. I have come to know the man very well, and this is me. Forget loyalty or anything else. This is me telling you in public that I believe he hasn't done anything wrong. And I will not even come online, even if he has done something wrong, to now start bashing him and throwing him under the bus. I will not do that. I can pick a phone and chastise him one-on-one.
Okay.
Do you get what I mean? Where I'm coming
Absolutely.
from, that's the kind of relationship I have with him. So I'm not going to do what everybody is doing. Okay, I'm not cloud chasing. I don't care about Instagram. I don't care about stuff like that. I can call him one-on-one and tell him, bro, try. If I found out I did it. But I'm not going to come online. There's no evidence I did anything now. So my place is to fight for him right now. And there's nothing wrong with that. If we find out later that he really did those things, yes, we can now meet. I know where his house is. I can go there and we'll talk one-on-one. And he will get it from me. Do you get? But I'm not going to come along and join.
I think you can fight for him and be sensitive to other people, though.
I never
hold on.
I never said anything negative about him. I did not say anything.
Hold on, my sister. Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, and you can't call me biased because I've given the examples. I'm close enough to PT to be able to make some deductions about his lifestyle. I know what I'm privy to, and that's why I said, from my standpoint, my personal opinion, I think there's a 0 chance PT did it. My standpoint. Now, you don't have to have that standpoint, and I don't blame you if you don't, because you might not have the proxy I have to him.
Yeah.
However, in the light of the evidence provided, there is paucity of concrete evidence. There is paucity of anything that we can hold on to that is beyond any reasonable doubt. Now, let's remember that adultery is a civil, not a criminal case. And in a civil case, you must prove beyond reasonable doubt. Let me ask you a question. If PT and this woman and this KAYODE guy go to court, with the facts that are before the social media, who do you think will win?
To be quite honest, I did hear a voice note, but I really couldn't tell who it was on that voice note.
Listen to the content of that voice note.
Did you listen to
Well, there
what
was
the guy
nothing.
that said?
To be honest, there was nothing for me. There was nothing incriminating on that voice note. It was basically him saying, "Did you get some balloons or something like that?" That was.
Did you hear what his friend that came on, the guy that just said? You heard that he said he has some voice notes and he has some text messages and blah 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 on his phone, and he doesn't think that it's anything. You heard him say that.
Honestly speaking, I personally don't think it's anything, and that's just because I don't like to, unless I see like full evidence. I really need to see that white is white and red is red before I would say, okay, yeah, this person did it. I like to always have an open mind about things, and I don't personally think that. And you're right, I see the things I see of Pastor Toby are just on social media, and very correctly, for me, he can have any woman he wants. It doesn't have to be this married one. So I don't necessarily think that there's anything there. I can understand that, as you said, that phrase, if there was already rocks in the marriage, then it's not going to sit well with the husband if the wife is calling this pastor friend at midnight. I mean, I'm sure even the pastor
Vic at night. Vic at night talk at midnight. Vic, have we not spoken at midnight before?
Many times.
Many times.
You know what I said against what I had to say against that when the other gentleman spoke? I said that when a marriage has broken down, you no longer have the control to tell your partner who to talk to, who not to talk to, when to talk to them, when not to talk to them, where to go or where not to go. Those are the fringe benefits of a marriage that is still in order. The moment you see, and this brings us to the hypocrisy in Nigeria. I said this 5 years ago. If they let people divorce marriages easier, then we will not need to go on a smear campaign so that I can come out and he looks like he's the one that is mad, or I can come out and make it look like, oh, she's a prostitute. If it were easier to just, I'm tired of this marriage is not working, this is a toxic relationship, I don't want to do again, then they will not need to go to because right now it looks like everybody wants to make themselves look, I'm not the bad one, no, I was minding my business. Yeah. Do you understand but I can tell you for free that once a marriage has degenerated, you will not be able to tell. I can tell taste buds who to call and not to call because she will respect me to do it, not because I can enforce it. I don't feel physically force her to do. I just have to tell her that I don't like this, and because she loves me and does not want me to be upset, she will not do it. Not because if she decides to be mad one day and does it, there's anything I can do. So people need to understand that a marriage that is 100% in order, you cannot compare it to a marriage that has deteriorated. The guy who came here said 8 years ago they had a quarrel and television was broken. 8 years ago. That is toxicity.
I personally just believe that, unfortunately, it seems like Pastor Toby is now collateral damage. I think that, the marriage was already on its way out, and it's just very unfortunate. But the point that I was trying to make with, the whole, let's just try and be objective here. Like I said, I do believe that Pastor Toby is collateral damage, but let's not. I just got the sense of, trying to, hold KAYODE out for whatever he's done. Obviously, he's hurting. And unfortunately for him, it happens to be that maybe Pastor Toby is the only person that his wife is in constant communication with, at odd hours, where he's seeing and has clear evidence of this communication. Like that guy said, it might be very innocent. But when a guy is freaking out about the possibility of his marriage ending, and everything. He's not seeing the innocence in their conversation. He's seeing that, listen, this man is trespassing by talking to my partner at this time. So he's totally, you know, in a different zone right now. And it will be very wrong of us to come out and say, well, Pastor Toby is innocent. For me, I feel like Pastor Toby could have helped the situation by not having conversations at certain times. I mean, his wife...
You don't know that. You know what? We don't have...
No, but even Pastor Toby's wife will not be happy with him having conversations with female bread.
You don't know that.
You know that
when DF calls me, T-Spot sometimes is there, is aware.
If my husband, as secure as I am in my marriage, if my husband is having conversation with his female friend or his female colleague that her marriage is on rocks at midnight, I'm gonna have a problem with that.
That is you. It's not like that with everyone. And your husband is not a pastor. Do you understand? I understand where you're coming from.
Are you trying to tell me that all pastors are righteous men, or pastors are not men? Of course they're men. And at midnight, for God's sake, if you're having a conversation with a woman who is in her room, she's settled, she most likely will be, settled enough to even want to have pillow talk with pastor before remembering the fact that...
You don't know that. You don't know that. You don't know that. You don't know that.
Let me say something.
Go ahead.
In a civil case, somebody said you don't have to prove beyond reasonable doubt. You have to prove on the balance of probabilities, not beyond reasonable doubt. That's what somebody suggested. Okay, thank you for that information. We appreciate that. We appreciate that. Okay, so somebody said something too. I want to take as many of the comments as possible so that we can also sound as unbiased. Someone listen to what somebody said. Simple as ABC. Kayode's wife, who is a friend.
Will you have marriage counseling in the middle of the... It doesn't... That part...
I'll explain that to you. I'll come. Simple as ABC. Kayode's wife, who is a friend of Daddy Freeze, benefited from the marriage because she took all the wealth for herself. Now she wants to end the marriage, and Freeze is aware of this. You know, go better for your papa. Where do I know Kayode's wife from? That we are friends.
Now that one they pay you, that they don't abuse me,
Baba, as in, talk the one way get sense.
Let me. They say we are doing the do. Thank you. I agree.
You see, now I need to also establish something. You see, I do not counsel at midnight. You understand? But the problem is, should the need arise, imagine Remy got married. There was a time Ibiri, God bless you. There was a time Ibiri was going through something in her relationship. Me, you, and Ibiri were on the phone in the middle of the night.
2 a.m.
It was 2 a.m. I was settling. Hold on. Now, because what if I decided to talk to Ibiri alone? The only reason why Remy was there was because we're talking about something else, and we called Ibiri, if I remember the facts of the story.
No, you called Ibiri first, and then you added me.
Then I added Remy to the call. God bless you. So, sometimes we need to understand that I don't see why I need anybody's permission to talk to a church member of mine.
I'll be sneaky about it.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So, yes, you have a point. And you see, there's the problem with decency is very, very subjective. If you what my mother will call a decent dress is different from what I will call a decent dress, and it's different from what my 18-year-old daughter will call a decent dress. But if they tell all of us to enter a shop and pick a decent dress, we will pick exactly what we think is decent. My mother will never agree that what my daughter picked is decent. Do you understand? So when it comes to decency, yes, to the large majority of people who are watching, a pastor should not counsel a married lady at midnight. But when you find yourself in situations and the people trust you and the people have no one else to go to.
And the midnight thing, what time zone? You are always up like 2 a.m., which is Nigerian time. You're talking to somebody in America that is like 9 a.m. So what are you guys on about?
Do you know sometimes I'm live? I need Remy to come and join me now. I'm looking for Remy. I call her. Remy will call me. I'll call Remy live on video call. She will pick from the shower. You'll see only her face. Daddy, please, I'm taking a shower. Let me get dressed and come.
No, but I think so from what I can deduce, you and Remy are friends, right? Daddy Freeze.
Yes.
Right. So were these two people friends?
I don't know. You see, that's the thing. I don't know the ABC of this. The only thing I can lend my credence to.
If they are friends, but then there are boundaries. You know, there are boundaries.
That's what I said. Boundaries are subjective. What I would consider, for instance, would your husband allow a man to massage you?
I mean, if the person's a masseuse and I'm in a massage,
some husbands won't allow.
I will not allow a man to massage my wife. That will go burn down that massage parlor. So for me, it's a boundary issue. For your husband, it's okay. So it's the same in every situation. There are so many things that are subjective.
That's why he said it is subjective.
But would you have a preference rather than a boundary?
Somebody said KAYODE is not okay with midnight calls in his marital affair. My question is, if KAYODE's marital affair was already toxic 8 years ago, what was he expecting now? And that's the thing you need to understand. Let me tell you, once marriage don't scatter reach one side, everybody will take sides. Remy, you've been through a divorce. God bless you. You know, before they'll be begging the two of you. Hey, they shared it. It'll get to a stage like this. Once it's set like this, the people that are following your husband will follow him. The people that are following you will follow him. And you will see members of your family that will follow your husband. And you see members of your husband's family that will follow you.
And they won't take sides, whether you like it or not.
Do you understand? So by the time the marriage don't toxic reach one level, lines have been drawn. It is only normal for PT to take the side of the person that was closest to him at that point.
But do you not feel, because you made this statement earlier on actually, and I was like, well, as a pastor or as a person of, you're supposed to be neutral in this situation. You cannot be seen to take sides. No, you can't. As a person of cloth.
You know what the Bible says? The Bible says you are either hot or cold. If you are lukewarm, I will spit you out. You see, sometimes in life, in a situation, you can't be neutral. Some situations, it's like Peter. Are you with Christ or not? He said no. He did not say he was neutral. He wanted to save his head. He said no. Do you understand what I'm telling you? You see, when it comes to matters like this, that's what I'm saying. We have a paucity of information. We don't know exactly what transpired. We can only work with the facts presented before the media. And I have an edge over you guys because apart from the fact that we all see in the media, I have a one-on-one with this person and I can make my own deductions. You see, it is right for the pastor to speak with the woman at certain hours. But I will tell you from my experience in marriage, once marriage, Remy, imagine you are going through a divorce now. You will call me at 2 a.m.
Yes, if they need your
if I don't pick a call, you will call Vic. And once me and you are talking, I want to know what the update is. How far? What happened? What happened? Okay, what is it? What does he want? Do you understand? It will always get to a point where you will have to pick a side. I've been through a divorce before. And I know sometimes some marriages are broken, but they are living together. So in those situations, a respectful husband will just leave his wife. If she's doing whatever she likes, he will leave. But you see, once in on they go, where are you coming from? I want to know where you are coming from. For marriage, we will not they borderline to scatter. You understand what I'm telling you? I don't see marriage where wife use police arrest husband before. Unto say she want to establish say the husband they get problem. So the marriage has got, let me tell you, marriage has gotten to a point where they call gathering of evidence. That's it. At that point is dangerous. Everything you see and do, the other party will gather it as evidence. So the one sure and one serve. I don't know if you speak Yoruba.
No, I don't. But I don't think that Pastor Toby did himself any favors by his actions. And this is in hindsight. Obviously, he did what he had to do at that time because he felt it was right. I personally don't think he should have taken sides, number one. I think that, yes, you can tell both.
So you're sure he took sides? So you didn't hear when the guy said that he heard him, DF said there's a voice note of Pastor Toby talking to the husband. You're quite sure about him not, or taking sides with the wife?
I just said that.
What if Pastor Toby talk to this husband, talk, the guy no agree hear word?
Yeah, but then at that point, if the guy no agree hear words, that's fine. You still handle the situation with caution. You don't say, I've tried, and this husband is. You still have to, because as a person of cloth, what was his purpose there? Was his purpose to say, okay, they're going for a divorce, let me hold the wife's hand through the divorce, or was his purpose to find a common ground? Because if it was to find a common ground, then you cannot find a common ground by taking sides.
In Nigeria, once marriage don't reach where they divorce, there's no common ground on our war zone. No.
But unfortunately, these people don't live in Nigeria.
No, they live in Nigeria. Toby doesn't live in Nigeria, but from the letters, I think at least the KAYODE guy and Dora, I think they live in, from the stuff I've been reading, I think they live in Nigeria.
I didn't get that
vibe.
And they're having a relationship through Bluetooth.
So you see, let's end it here. At the end of the day, guys, you have the right to believe whatever you want to believe.
At any time. What do you mean Bluetooth? They can fly in and fly out anytime. Listen, I don't believe that there was any relationship. I agree. I think that unfortunately Pastor Toby is collateral damage, and the guy is gonna milk it for all it's worth, because obviously Pastor Toby doesn't have a very good track record. So everybody.
He doesn't have a bad track record with women, no.
No. I didn't say. I didn't specify.
So yeah, but you see, you cannot say because I drink a lot, then I will steal money.
Everybody's gonna be on it. Like
Pastor Toby has a squeaky clean record when it comes to women.
Okay, but for every other thing, he's quite very controversial.
He is controversial for the message he preaches.
But then think about it. If anything comes out about someone who is deemed controversial, what do you think is going to happen?
Because people are daft. Why don't you look at his record with regards to women? I've read all sorts of things about PT. I've never read anything that involves women.
Me too.
Never.
No, like I said, I've not specified,
There are more things about Daddy Freeze and women than PT and women.
I'm just saying.
Somebody says, speak what you know, Daddy Freeze. You know he's controversial. He's controversial about his lifestyle, about his message, not about women. Do you people have brains in your heads at all?
No one, I've never heard anything about him and a woman before. But I'm just saying, if there's any stain or if there's any, thing that people don't agree with, especially when it comes to a man of God, everybody would jump on it. And that's exactly what is going on now with the fact that, okay, it's a pastor. And
somebody said, what about the paternity fraud? I've put 100,000 naira down. If you can prove that it's PT that has those children, come and collect the 100,000 naira.
And the lady has even, said that the
said they are doing DNA tests this week. You see, let me tell you, in Nigeria, we have a bunch of people online that are extremely senseless. And they once they have agreed in that their P brain,
one-way
that
traffic.
this is the answer, then if you know agree, just remember how obedience handled the last election.
One-way traffic.
One-way traffic. You must
Even
agree
if
with
they later
us.
bring out proof that PT didn't do anything with this woman and that KAYODE owns the kids, believe it or not, they will still
not believe.
Years.
Wait, I have a question as well. Why is it sorry, can I just quickly learn? Why is it not okay? Sorry.
What you guys here now?
Why is it not okay for us or anyone to come online and speak on behalf of someone? So people always think when you do that, you're being paid, or like one idiot wrote that Pastor took me to a restaurant I can't afford and all that. So I've been paid and that's why I'm speaking on it. We are like,
exactly.
You read all these
Simply Vic took Free Nation women to a restaurant and spent £500.
Let me tell you something. My sister, please, what is your name?
Talia.
Talia, if I know you to be a good person, and then you are in a situation like this where everyone is coming for you, me, Remy, I will defend you. My friends know that about me. I will come out and defend you, and I don't care what people
That's what I said. I will defend you. If I find out that you were guilty later, I will talk to you one-on-one. I would rather do that than join the bandwagon. Then we all are throwing you under the bus.
Because I know you to be because you're my friend, and I know you to be a good person. If you're not a good person, I might not be able to come out and defend you.
I know that's why they say loyalty. Loyalty is very scarce. You don't need to be disloyal because you don't like someone. Like,
you understand?
Yes, you might not like what the person represents, but you don't know anything. Then don't just throw them under the bus.
But if you're my friend, Talia, and you are not there, and people are saying all horrible things about you, believe it or not, I will stand by you and I will defend you. My friends know that about me.
Yes, everybody can see. No, we are not saying Pastor Toby is a saint or...
No, that's not what we are saying.
Probably did it, or he didn't do it. But I don't know, you don't know. We are all just here speculating.
Yes, we don't know.
But the guy that I know so far, as at now, this moment, I can't see him doing it because he's not part of his character that I know. So I'm allowed to speak on that. I'm allowed to speak for that.
I think where I kind of like was like, whoa, is that you were both like, 100% hand on heart say that.
No, we didn't exactly say so. We said
we didn't say 100. I'm just saying the guy that I know will not do it. And I also said, if you remember, if I find out tomorrow that he did it, I will be the first. I will call, but I'm not going to do it the way other people. I've said that already. So I'm different. Maybe I'm just not the online kind of people that come online and throw everybody.
All right, guys, we have church tomorrow. It's been a heck of a day. Thank you all so much. Talia, thank you so much. Remy, thank you so much. Simply Vic, God bless you. Everybody watching home and abroad, God bless you. Let's not be quick to throw blames at people. Instead, let us always get the balance of our probabilities right, and let us have evidence. Take care and God bless. See you all.
Bye.
Bye, bro.